Hey there, it's John from Heroes and Legends, and this is a Dragons of Tarkir, Fate Reforged, 8-4 draft we're jumping into here. So here's our first pack. Let's see what we got. Um, our rare is not super exciting unless we really want to go into a very strong theme right off the bat. Dragon Hunter is a good card, very aggressive. Does get outclassed pretty quick though. This is a good card if you kind of go the exploit route. First pick, though, I mean, these kind of lock you in a little bit. Even the Dragon Hunter locks you in a little bit to a strategy. Mind Rot is just a more universal card, but I don't want to first pick that. Pinion Feast is fine, it's removal. 4 flying with the bolster, but it's a little expensive. Uh, I'm actually going to first pick Sandcrafter Mage here. I think it's a perfectly legitimate common to first pick. 3-4, maybe a 3-3, or else it does bolster other things, which can get crazy. So I think that's the pick here. Not a super pack, but I'm not sad to take the Sandcrafter Mage. Alright, so what do we have here? Basically, at this point, I'm just looking for the strongest card, and I kind of like this guy. He does tie up your mana a little bit. I mean, we could maybe do a little bit of a white red aggressive. That seems to be a good archetype in this draft, although it could be an archetype other folks are drafting too. I do like the Mist Hoof Karen if we want to keep ourselves open a little longer. It's got the Flying Vigilance for 3 is just fine, and the Megamorph is very cheap on this, which allows you to get a 3/2 Flying Vigilance. So that might just be the pick here in this pack. I mean, there's some other strong cards. The 2/1 Death Touch is just fine. The Familiar is a good card. Summit Prowler can be good, but I don't know if I want to jump into double red quite yet. Although in Dragons of Tarkir draft, that's probably okay. So yeah, let's just go with the safer pick here. Let's just stay with white for now. Maybe if we can cut white, we can get some good out of it. We do get an Artful Maneuver, which is a really good white card. Let's see what else is in the pack. Reckless Imp is good, another good aggro card if we wanted to go white-black. Um, Circle of Elders is okay ramp, but not. If you have some big dragons you're trying to get out, it's just fine. Um, Zephyr Scribe is a very good blue card. Wish it cost 2 instead of 3, but and wish it didn't have to pay for the looting ability, but it's still a good card. I think I'm just gonna keep cutting white here. Go with the Artful Maneuver. Maybe we'll get some good white back. Impact 2 if we are really aggressively cutting it. Blessed Reincarnation, no one wants that. And we get a Champion of Erishin, which is a really fine white card. Enduring Victory is good removal too. It's a little pricey, but it's decent white removal. I think I'm just going to stay creature heavy though. You don't get a lot of champions passed to you, so I think I'm going to go with this. Enduring Victory. Don't necessarily think that will wheel, but we'll probably see more of those come along. So we'll go with the champion there. Alright, what's this guy do? He's a Bird Monk 04. Flying, enters the battlefield, control dragon. Draw a card. Okay, so Wall of Essence, basically, if you have a dragon. There's also Center Soul and another Champion of Erishin. Center Soul is a really good card. Does some work. I do think I might just take the Champion here, though. I just want to cut white really hard, and if I leave the support cards, that could wheel, especially if I'm really just aggressive with taking the good white creatures. Students. Student's just fine, especially against an aggressive deck, especially this late of a pick. That's probably the pick for us. Let's see what else is in here. I mean, nothing else is really jumping out at me like, holy cow, I need to take this. Contradict is great in this format. Even it seems expensive, but it does work because a lot of the creatures are expensive. Another good black creature, really good black exploit creature. This guy's phenomenal. So, I don't know, do we want to try to go into white-black? Kind of rather go into white-red, but again, if I'm not forced to color yet, maybe I just take the student here. I mean, it'd be pretty aggressive to think we could get away with playing mono white, but if no one's taking the white cards, and I feel like we cut it pretty good. Exile target, multicolored creature, multicolored enchantment. I like the warrior, but I think we gotta start thinking about removal. This pack does have an enduring victory, and it's got a good sideboard card, but this takes care of dragons. Let's just take it now. Not thrilled with a 1/3 flyer. If I were to go into another color, I'm not super thrilled with any of this stuff actually for our deck. I mean, that's a good card, but just not really for what we're doing right now. Another good card, but maybe not really for what we're doing right now. Let's stick with the aggressiveness. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Lightning Berserker. Don't know if red's gonna be our secondary color or not. We get pretty decent 5-drop. I mean, a little expensive, um, but it's another good flying white creature, and we don't have any 5s yet, so that's just fine. Do we want to just simply take this for our sideboard? Probably. Or we could, well, I don't know. We might just be splashing red, so I don't know. Let's take the Magnetic Chasm. I think it's actually good for our deck. Dragon spells, nah. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. I'll take that. That's not horrible for our deck either. I don't know. It's another 4-drop though. What do we want to play against? Big blocker. Let's get rid of him. A cheap combat trick. We'll take that off the board. Alright, so pretty happy with where we are pack 1. I mean, like I said, it'd be super aggressive to think we're going to play mono white, so maybe we're playing white red. Don't know as far as red. I didn't see anything that jumped out that we passed. So here's a pretty good card that's completely off color for us, so we're probably not going there. Youthful Scholar might be the best card in this pack. As far as white goes, we do have an enduring victory, but that'll probably wheel. Don't really like that card, so we didn't really open anything for us in white. But what do we have in red? Dragon Fodder is good. It's better in other decks, though. Tail Slash is fine removal. Maybe we just go with the Tail Slash in this one. Epic Confrontation is also very good if we thought we wanted to try to go green, but I'm expecting to get a lot of good white passed to us here. We cut it pretty hard. And there it is, right there. A couple other white cards. Volcanic Rush can be okay too in this deck, but Pacifism obviously is the pick here. What's this guy doing? He's turned face up. He's removal. He's not bad, but you gotta take the Pacifism here every time. All right. Okay. Another Pacifism. So, yup, that's what we're taking. There's not a lot of good red coming our way, so Berserker's not bad. I kind of like Vial of Dragonfire too. It's not always awesome, but it's not a bad card. But let's just take our second Pacifism. And we could. And there's a Center Soul. What? A third Pacifism. Yeah, I think we're gonna take it. So now we gotta start thinking. We got 7 creatures. Let's just get aggressive. Let's just go for cheap red and white creatures. Here's an Artful Maneuver. We got the guy, the Tapper. But I know our deck, I think, just wants to be fast. I mean, if I don't need to hold my mana to tap them if I can pacify everybody. I don't have any dragons, so there's not a ton of synergy there. I might just take the combat trick here. Nothing really else for us. Interesting, but just unpredictable. Defender, we need aggression. Wow, not a lot for us in this pack. I mean, we'll just take the Tapper. We do need some aggressive creatures. More removal and protection. Protection might be good for what we're trying to do, and it's cheap. I think we got enough removal. We don't need necessarily removal at the 5 spot. Wow, creatures just aren't coming. It's kind of sad because we just got a great shell here. Um, take another Magnetic Chasm for right now. I don't know if it'll make the main board, but maybe more of a one of. So I do like our deck. We just need to start hitting some cheap creatures. Cheap creatures. Dragon Fodder. They're cheap creatures. Got such a low curve too. This deck could be good, or it could be a disaster. No, but I kind of like where we're going. We just need some good picks here. Just gotta get that creature count up now. Ouch. Yeah, there's just no creatures at all in any color coming our way. A lot of spells. I mean, this guy is a creature for 3. He's a 2/3 for 3. Even though we're not really using his ability. Let's just take him. Actually not a bad pickup. Good for our curve. Here's one. Getting a lot of these. I'll just take another one for the sideboard. I don't know if I really want 2 of these guys main board. I'll take it for now, but I'm pretty sure that will make our main board. Good sideboard card there. Alright, so let's go to our... Hopefully we'll just open a bomb, white or red, rare, in our Fate Reforged, or get one passed to us. We just need some more creatures. Green. But we got light form. That's awesome. What else is here? This guy's not bad. He's not bad at all for what we want to do. I think I'll go with the light form though, because it's got evasion. And it's cheap. Kind of plays into our strategy here. Guy can be good, but definitely not for our deck. And these guys, hope maybe we'll wheel one of those. Be pretty happy with that. Huh. Okay. So yeah, we'll be taking Citadel Siege there. And there's some other cards in this pack as well, but that's not important right now. What's important is we're going to take the bomb rare that was just passed to us. Yeah, this card's bonkers. Let's see, cut one of them. I think I'm going to cut one of the Chasms. Mastery of the Unseen. It's kind of a mana sink. But it's not really what I'm looking for. I mean, Soul Summon is fine for our deck. Rage Form, not particularly excited about, since it doesn't have evasion. And it costs 4. I think I'll just take the Soul Summons here. I mean, Mastery of the Unseen is good, but our deck wants to be really fast. I never really play with Skirmisher, but in this deck, I want to be opposed to it. What do we got? Anything good in red? Goreswine. Fast, aggressive card. Could take something off the board. I might just go with that. Another Mastery of the Unseen. Another Skirmisher. I don't really like the Lightning Shrieker. It doesn't do much for your board presence. This guy's okay, and we don't have a lot in the 4 slot. Take the Dragon Bell Monk. I think is the pick here. Yep. Abzan Sky Captain. Maybe the Pressure Point. Or we could go with the cheap red creature. Let's do that. Like Sky Captain. Jeez, do I go mono white? Soul Summons. Let me just look at something here. What if I do this? Take this Skirmisher. Take another Skirmisher. And this guy. How many creatures does that leave us with? Leaves us with 15 creatures. 3 pacifisms. Wow. One thing we don't have, though, if we do this, we just kind of lose a little bit of our... I do like the magnetic chasms. And some of these little creatures are also good. I don't know. I don't think it's a big loss, though. I mean, we'd have to cut maybe 3 more cards. I could just cut. What else is high casting cost that isn't? Maybe pulling its weight. Probably want all those. Got a lot going on in the 2 spot, but some good stuff. Definitely don't want to cut any creatures. Maybe one of the Artful Maneuvers. Just go down to a 1 of. And then we'll look at our red and see if there's any advantage of maybe not going mono white. Let's make one more cut here. I'm not thrilled with this in our deck. I mean, although he gets damage across maybe. Just ties up your mana, and I feel like we want to be fast. Although our deck is cheap. It doesn't have tons of evasion. That's why I feel like the magnetic chasm is not a bad thing for it. I mean, we're just running a plan to try to overwhelm as fast as possible. My question is this a 16 land deck, maybe? Don't know. We got a lot of cheap spells here, but we don't want to mess up our curve, have to mulligan. But at the same time, we don't want to hit lands too much. Maybe this is a 16 land deck. And we can always sideboard if we feel it's bad. But we got it's monocolor. Maybe that's just what we do. $16 lands.